Joe, good afternoon. How are you?
How much better is the show now that we got the music figured out?
Well, I thought we had it figured out before, and then you corrected us by saying we didn't have it figured out. So, yeah, I mean, I felt fine before, but if you feel better, then I feel better.
We need three more weeks of requests, though, so to start stacking them.
We'll go next week. We got Zombies by the Cranberries. We'll go with that one. That's a good one.
Oh, yeah, Cranberry Zombie. Okay, well, that's only one. You got to give us like 2 or 3 more.
I gotta think on it, but I know that one for next week's a good one.
Okay, all right, we'll do that.
How you guys,
Take that.
How you guys doing?
We're okay.
I'm on 20 minutes of sleep, Joe.
Yeah, we're fine, though.
You know what the all-nighters are like.
But how are you doing it? This IST, which, we had plenty of questions on. I think maybe the players and you had some questions on. How disappointed were you in that you didn't make it to the semis in Las Vegas?
Listen, I mean, anytime you have a chance to win at something and you don't do it, you're pissed off and you're disappointed in it. And so there's that. But there's also the teaching point of, like, it's a really good perspective on, trying to win at something. And the question that we talked about today was, like, usually when you set a goal, you set the goal when you're healthy, feeling good, and that goal is for 6 to 8 months later, and then all the distractions within the goal-setting period kind of get in the way, whether it's health, whether it's, injury, whether it's just everyday life. And so the more important thing is, like, every day we got to remind ourselves about what our goals are and understand those little things that go into winning. And so it was a good opportunity for us to learn that.
Joe, going back to that Indiana game real quick, do you guys feel like you got caught off guard? Because just the environment, the way that team wanted it, how they played, the intensity, it felt like, Game 6, Game 7 of a series.
I don't think so. I thought it was one of our the first half was one of our best halves of basketball, controlling the pace of the game on both ends of the floor. I thought our shot selection and our execution controlled our defense, and it kept them out of transition. And then I thought in the second half we played more their style. And then, if you look at, like, the last 6 minutes of the fourth quarter where it's a back-and-forth game, the crowd is into it, like, it was a great atmosphere. So those last 6 minutes certainly felt like a playoff game. But I don't think we were caught off guard. I thought it was one of our better halves in the first half. And what success looks like for us is we got to do that all 4 quarters. We have to dictate the pace of the game with our defense and our offensive execution.
Is there a focus for you on the third quarter, which has been a bit of a problem at times, including the other night?
No, no question. And I think some of the stuff that we, it obviously starts with our turnovers. And, turnovers are never just as simple as, like, we came down and threw it away. I think they're a byproduct of other things. Are we screening right? Are we spaced right? Are we organized in offense? And so one of the things is, our pace is the top of the league in the first half, and then we play a lot slower in the second half, which kind of happens for most teams. But, we have to be able to maintain the level of pace that we play with. And then we got to clean up our execution and our spacing so that the reads are easier to make and we don't turn over.
Does a game like that or a tournament like that make you rethink the power hierarchy in the Eastern Conference? I think a lot of people think of it as Celtics, Bucks, maybe the Sixers. Wait, hold on. Pacers are legit. Did it make you kind of reassess things a little bit?
Not really. I mean, I think if we have to, the most humbling thing to do is understand that we're a really, really good team and we're really, really talented, and we could lose at any time to anybody if we don't play at their best and if they play at their best. And I think that's the mindset that we have to understand throughout this is, like, it's not just about one team because you don't know who you're going to match up against. And, we have to understand what, success looks like for us, how good we are, how good we can be. And also when we're not at our best, other teams can take advantage of us. So if anything, it opens up, like, it was a good eye-opener to say, like, we're pissed off because we didn't win. And, like, here's what it looks like when we're at our best, and here's what it looks like when it's not. And regardless of who you're playing, if you don't do these little things, it can get in the way of winning.
Joe, you're obviously a different team when Porzingis is in there with the lineup, and it looks completely different. There's the assumption out there that if you don't have a guy like that, or say Drew Holiday's down for a game, you could still go out and roll people because you have Jalen, because you have Jason. Do you feel like in those type of moments, when you got one of those other guys down, that maybe it's a little different this year because you guys are the targeted and you're getting a little extra from
Well, it's yeah, when you make a couple moves to get a guy that you feel like you need, and think, we got guys like Drew for his championship experience and what he's done on the defensive end, and even some of the great games he's had offensively, and you get a guy like Porzingis because he could help your team down the stretch versus switching. When you start the season out creating that identity and understanding how those guys can help us win, and you don't have that, you then have to look to other ways. And I don't know exactly our record. What were we, 5-1 when he was out, or something like that? So I think we've developed some good stuff, especially from our bench guys. I thought Al stepped up and was great. I thought Peyton and Sam were giving us great things. I thought Luke has been good. So when you're down guys, you have the opportunity to build an identity and build some roles. And then, I thought our guys have been really good in that stretch. And you get into a close game against a good team, you start to see what you really need from an execution standpoint. And it's on all of us to be better in execution.
Joe, final question for you. Who are you rooting for tomorrow in Army-Navy?
Ooh, that's a tough one. I got friends on both sides, so I can't answer.
How about this? If the team were to participate in the Patriot games today, along with soldiers and sailors, and you had to compete either in tug of war, the pull-up competition, or the debate, which one would the Celtics do the best in?
Good question.
Me personally or the Celtic team?
The team.
Both. You personally, and then the team. Pull-up competition, tug of war, or debate?
The team would be great at tug of war. And I'll sit and debate for hours. I'll do that all day long.
No pull-ups.
Easy answer.
Nobody wants to do the pull-ups.
No, not even
somersaults and jumping jacks. I think Joe like that.
Not even the cadets. Not even the cadets that are doing them today. They don't even want to be doing them, but they're going to do them to win. That's what they're going to do them for.
Get me in a room where you can just wear someone down with, arguments and perspectives, and, you just wear them down emotionally. I'll take that any day of the week.
Okay, fine, Joe, you win. Good, all right, you win. I'll give it to you.
Joe, appreciate the time as always. We'll talk to you again next week.
See you, Joe.